Hi, this is Handy Doctor. Today, let's talk about GFCI receptacle, why we need them, and how to test them to make sure that they are functional. First of all, what are GFCI receptacle? Well, they look like this. They will have a reset and a test button. Okay. Now, why do we need them? Well, they are called ground fault circuit interrupter. So they are used to protect us from getting killed by electricity because of a ground fault. Now you may say, what is a ground fault? Well, if the hot wire for some reason falls off and touches the ground, then the outside of a appliance will have electricity, will be hot, and you touch it, you could get killed. So that is a ground fault. But we want to prevent that from happening. In order to do that, we use this type of receptacle. Before you even touch it, it will trigger a signal and cut the electricity, so you will be safe. That is called a ground fault protection. Sounds really important, right? Definitely. So they are usually installed at a location closer to water. In fact, the code requires that if the distance between a receptacle to water source is 6 feet or under, about 2 meters, you must put GFCI protection onto the socket. Okay. Now, I did not say you must use a GFCI socket. By the way, I only said the socket must be GFCI protected, and the two have difference that I will go over in a second. Anyway, this is a GFCI socket, and let's see how it works. I have a night light, so I am going to put it on, and you see the reset and test out there. So if we put onto it, the light is on. So if we hit test, meaning that we are going to simulate a ground fault situation, and you see the light goes off, and you can reset it to turn the lights on. It's just this simple. Okay. Now we have an issue here, by the way. Just now I said, if a receptacle is 6 feet or under to water, you need to have GFCI protection. But you don't see this type of receptacle too often, and you probably realize that many receptacles are indeed very close to water, but only one of them is a GFCI socket. Well, yes, that's true, because those are very expensive. They are about 10 times as expensive as a regular one. We probably will not put that much money onto it. Now you say, no way, life is precious, life is expensive than anything else. That's true. But how can we do it that way? Well, there's a trick, okay? You actually can put a regular receptacle downstream of a GFCI and make those one also GFCI protected, okay? So in that case, even though it's a regular receptacle, it's still GFCI protected, actually. Now, in those cases, if you want to test those receptacles, you could not do the same way because, obviously they don't have a test button and a reset button on the receptacle itself. And testing on the master receptacle doesn't help you much, honestly. So, because of that, you need a tester, and the tester can be used just on obviously a GFCI one. So you plug it in and you look at on top there are description of what the lights mean. These two lights on meaning is the normal situation, and there is a button you can press that actually also simulates a ground fault, and you see it turn off, and now we can turn it on. Okay. But the more important thing here though is that I am going to test it on a regular receptacle that I know it is ground fault protected. In fact, protected by this one, and I will show you it also works. Okay, so I am going to go to the opposite side of the wall in the same laundry room, by the way, And I am going to use my cell phone to take a small video, and I'm going to embed it inside. So I'm going to start my video, and you see this is just a regular receptacle. I am going to press onto it, and you probably hear something, and on the main video the light went off. Do you see that? So that means this one indeed also is GFCI protected. So that's how they work, by the way. You should test your GFCI protection every year, by the way. And in order to do that, especially for those regular receptacles, you obviously need a tester. I will give you a link to Amazon to buy one if you want to get one. I really highly recommend you doing it. So anyway, this is my video about GFCI. If you think this video is helpful for you, please make sure you like and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.